It's not urine. It's not. That's the wrong name for it. We need to be calling it what it actually is. Human juice. It's been used for over 15,000 years by the yogis. You know, you go to a yoga class and you stretch and all the women are wearing their stupid plastic spandex pants made by slaves in third world countries. All the men are too. Everybody's wearing those feminizing clothes, literally leaching xenoestrogens into your bloodstream, feminizing you and causing cancer. Well, you know what the yogis were actually doing? They were naked in caves or by the river, drinking their piss and doing meditation. Very little stretching. It was mostly piss drinking, sticking your finger up your butt to clean out the shit, and meditating. Real yogis drink their piss.
Wow.
You nasty, nasty man.
I'm not the one who said it. I'm just
I'm
the
not
one
a
who
real
reports
yogi.
it.
I'll never look at Delcine the same.
You just did a cold opener about PP.
About your PP.
No, that's a different PP.
I grew up
You leave my
watching
PP out of this.
I grew up watching Yogi Bear. I never saw no piss on that show.
Thank
Hey,
you.
yo, boo boo.
That ain't the,
Well, I did say boo boo.
I get it now. Yogi and Boo Boo.
Oh, makes sense.
That's so disturbing.
And he did not wear any pants either. Just that,
Mhm.
just that really cool vest.
That makes me wonder, like, with the park ranger always chasing him.
Does he want some of that human juice?
And then Yogi with his autoerotic asphyxiation tie
Nasty.
on. Just saying.
This is how conspiracy theories start. This is how it goes.
Right.
It starts here, and before you know, it's on the internet.
But on that note, welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey, clap, 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 clap.
How's everybody doing? Everyone good, I hope. Let's get this show going. So we're back in our old studio.
Undercity.
Undercity. And we got the usual lollygags of idiots. So we'll start with, to my right, we have the Doyle.
The Doyle.
The Doyle, trademark.
Interesting. I never thought about that. You know what?
What, trademarking your name?
Yeah.
Well, you got it.
Sounds like a French tickler.
Oh, then maybe I don't want to trademark that, because then people will start sending me, French ticklers, and then I'll have this assortment of sex toys that I never use.
Right, the Doyle brand of freaking.
Sex erotica.
No. We're not doing that.
Self-pleasure.
What's a French tickler?
Don't act like you don't know.
I swear to
Is
God,
there-
I don't know, man.
Is
That
there a
sounds-
German tickler?
Achtung.
Oh God.
Jawohl.
I'm sorry. I asked.
We can still make one.
It's just a lot of screaming and going Scheiße. And moving on, nine. And moving on, of course, we have Georgie Porgy.
This
Georgie?
is some madness, but it's good to be back here at the comic shop. Like a lot of cool stuff around.
Yeah, like that Godzilla poster behind that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we have Enrique.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's actually really great to be back here. You know, I missed this place. When was the last time we recorded here? Gosh, it was like
June? No,
it was some months back. It was many months back.
May.
Yeah, probably around that time.
May. I think is the last time we recorded here.
The vibe here is cool, though. You know,
I love
it's
it.
surrounded by really cool, like right outside, man. I just want to throw my money at those at the statues. Did you guys tell you that Snake Eyes?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
see it.
I saw it.
$50, man. You can have Snake Eyes and his wolf. It's pretty dope.
What was the name of his wolf?
I want to say Timber, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Does anybody know? No.
Nah, I'm not too sure. I
Either
don't
way,
remember.
it's super cool though.
But
Wolfie.
let's
Puppy.
we gotta introduce somebody here who's actually here as a guest. We have another George Jr. Diet George.
No.
Just 1 calorie.
It's
not
no.
enough.
It's the Armada double shot.
I'm on a double shot. So we have Ray in the house.
That's me.
Ray, introduce yourself. Tell me your pronouns.
I want you guys to refer to me as badass motherfucker.
I like that. Okay, so jackass motherfucker.
Can we just say BAM for short?
Bam? Can we call you Bam?
That's a mouthful.
That's right.
Bam.
Bam.
Bam, bam, bam.
That's
So-
that's what they were calling my kid.
Bam Bam?
Because I used to go around smashing everybody's shit. Like if they're eating lunch or whatever, I'd come and smash your hamburger in your hand. And they'd be like, what the fuck, Ray? Or, you have homework and I'll snack it out of your hand and start kicking it. It was pretty bad, but it was funny too. But so then they were like, you're having a kid? Oh my God, no. He's going to be Bam Bam. And yeah, He's pretty bad.
How's that ADHD?
Hey, shit. Oh, they try to say he had that. It was like, and then we all had it then, because I remember being a kid and didn't want to pay attention for shit. You know what I mean?
I still don't pay attention, so
Right.
I didn't hear nothing you said.
Right? Exactly.
So everyone good? Everyone happy to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everything's fantastic. I got no complaints about life.
I do.
got a couple. Yep.
It's too hot.
I got a long list, but it's all good.
Oh, I didn't say everything was perfect. I just got no complaints about it because who cares?
Who's gonna listen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Well, when Jesus is your wingman,
Shout out to Melanie. She used to say that to me all the time, Ray. She used to be like, I would be like, I got no complaints. She'd go, who would listen anyway? And I'd be like, yeah, good point. So shout out to Mel.
She's
God
not
bless her.
listening, so.
She got her double bypass lung surgery or whatever that's
Oh, man.
called. I can't pronounce it right, but yeah, she's doing good.
Good.
Jesus
I
Christ.
call her the Clint Eastwood of the strip clubs because when I worked there, she was like the head mama, and then Jason got to know her and she worked. She's like a very strict, like I said, Clint Eastwood kind of. If you could imagine Clint Eastwood a woman, that'd have been her running the strip joint, telling the fucking girls what's up and what to do. And guys,
I
he
need
didn't
some
want to get chewed out by her.
context
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
this for
yeah.
that statement.
Can you-
I'm requesting context immediately for that statement.
Yeah, fill
Strip
the-
club. Go proceed.
Oh yeah.
Story time.
I didn't strip. All right, you know.
Thank God.
Yeah, it would
Story
have been,
time.
it would have been a bunch of chicks. And I was like, no, it was a female strip club, obviously a gentleman's club, right on Santa Fe in Norwalk, and so she would be the hard ass of the group because she practically owned it. And
And what did you do there?
I started out as the doorman, and then from the doorman I went to DJ. I didn't want to do DJ. There's a whole story on that, but I ended
Do you
up
have
doing DJ.
the strip club DJ voice?
Yes, I
Coming up
do,
to the stream
bro.
is Deja, everybody. Deja.
All right, gentlemen, coming up next here to the holiday stage, we're going to welcome the beautiful Crystal. Reaching deep for them bucks, gentlemen. Deep in for them bucks and not for them nuts, and show some love.
Yes.
This gorgeous girl next.
I'm taking out my dollars. I'm ready. That's a good
Dollar
voice,
make
man.
you holla.
Hey, don't be cheap. Break them out.
No
I
quarters,
I got
please.
coins. Sorry. How about 350?
We escorted you kind of people out.
You kind of people.
around here.
Yeesh.
Doyle?
Okay, whoa. Doyle, you
No, he's absolutely correct. You people get out of here. You.
When'd you come to the strip club with quarters, homie? I take out the quarters in the sock and beat some ass.
Didn't somebody put nickels on the stage
Yeah.
once and we had to be like, hey, dude,
Yeah.
get out of
They
here.
did that to
Someone
insult
threw
the
nickels
girl.
on the stage?
Yeah.
They do that to insult a girl. If another girl doesn't like that girl, she'll bring her guy, whoever's tipping her, go tip her, whatever, you know, and they're laughing and chuckling.
Yeah.
But one of the girls got fucked up because one came down and her name was Mallory. And I always called her Mallory Knox. And she had thick ass legs and she fucking kicked the shit out of that girl. And then that shit was funny. And then the other security tried to jump on there and get him out. But this dude, he's a cool guy. His name is Tony. Cool guy. He's a DJ dude too. But
Cool
he
guy.
got in the way. And she kicked again and got his ass, and that fool was all, ooh. So for like the weeks after, he'd be all, but that girl had legs, bro. I'm telling you, she could fucking break walnuts.
I don't know what to do with any of that. That's awesome.
Let's just say there are some human beings out there that like they might be obscure in nature, but they will freak you out if you ever go into some sort of confrontation with them, because there is some freakish strength in a strip club. Them girls, if she can spin on the pole without her hands,
Right?
don't
They
mess
have
with
some
her.
Core strength there. You don't want to fuck with that. You know what I mean? Like she'll put you on the ground real quick with them legs, bro. It's over.
She's laying on the ground and she kicks across the stage and
And
knocks
they got
out all
high
your
heels.
teeth.
Yep. That's just man.
Don't
Great
mess
story.
with clear heels.
And then I became a manager, assistant manager. And then that was fun too, because I would be drunk all the time.
At the nudie bar.
At the nudie bar, bro. My life was pretty cool.
Okay.
brother.
So,
That sounds
Back
like a
then.
how long were you working there?
Bro, actually, I started there when I was like 21 or 22. Jonathan got me in. You guys remember Jonathan? Big Scarlet Hope. Shout out.
I don't remember.
Shout out Scara.
Big boy.
Oh,
John.
Big John.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He started working there before I did, and yeah, he got me in. I was working at the 99-cent store that my mom got me in. I hated that.
You would have been
But
right
it
there.
was
Eho, come apply.
Cool. Yeah, he was like, "Why are you doing working there, bro? I could get you in." I thought I wasn't big enough, so he talked to the lady, brought me in, and I guess what she was more concerned about was like, you fulfilling your job. And I was pretty, I guess, loyal to her as far as, like, if anything went down, I wasn't going to run to the back or anything, I was about my shit. Like, no, fuck that, You're my
Yeah.
boss, I got your back. Like, we're going to fuck shit up. And then she liked that and kept me around and then made me a manager eventually. And that was fun because, just everybody buying you drinks and shit. And
That's cool.
It
Was there good money in that that line of work
When
for like anybody outside of the actual stage? Because obviously the money's in the stage,
Yeah.
but
No, it was really good when I started. I was gonna say, and I ended like around 32 or 33. I stopped.
okay.
But
about 11 years, give or
yeah,
take.
but I was working other jobs. I was doing full time at other places, and then coming here working there part time. You know what I mean? So I was in there. But yeah, there was good money, man. But when I got there, it was like the death rattle of it, especially of that because it was a mom and pop's business.
Mhm.
But before that, people were, you could walk out of there easily with like three bills, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
On a day. Nice.
That's. But when I got there, it was like $80 to 120, 150. So I was like, you know what? I'm not complaining. That's still cool. But all that went straight to the bar, bro. I didn't do anything good with it, man.
It's not a lie.
You got it.
And how many cars? Oh my God.
True story.
That's cool. Yeah, but a lot of those little mom and pop places started like being shut down. Like I know there was one here in Whittier on, gosh, what was it? It was on Telegraph, I think, or Washington. I forget which street it was on, but I remember for the longest time it was being like attacked. Like as far as like the local city, they couldn't shut it down. I guess they finally did.
Which one?
I don't remember the name of it, but it was right here in Whittier. On I want to say it's one of the streets, either Florence. Telegraph, I forget where it's at, but years ago, I'm talking like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, that place was still open, but I heard a lot of those the ones in the communities were being shut down. You still have the larger ones, right? Like the ones out like in the
Damon Games and the Spearman Rhinos.
Yeah. Those places are untouchable as far as those cities go, but
that's another reason why they should go and shut those places down, because they are a smaller community, and like you said, a mom and pop shop, they don't have to answer for a lot of things that these other ones do,
Mhm.
and they have to pay certain things, So, hey, it's the old, I'm not gonna let you sell weed like the government unless we can make money off of it. If we can't make money off it, we're gonna shut you down. And that's pretty much what those like the bud shops around here. You see some of them are open, and all of a sudden they're closed. Well, that's because probably some of these fools are like, I ain't paying these fools shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I already paid you guys, and then you got dirty cops and shit, and it's true, because I was at a bud shop going to get some weed, and this cop pulls up to me, or he was in his own vehicle, I believe, bus cut, whatever. He goes, hey, I want you to do me a favor and go tell those guys that they're about to be raided. And I was like, what?
Oh wow.
Let me go get my weed first, bro. And no, so he told me to go in there and let them know. So I went in there. I told the security, and he's like, who told you that? And I was like, some dude out there. He told me not to tell it was some dude out there, but some dude out there, he's in a fucking white Charger, this and that. And he goes, okay. So then he tells everybody, hey, they start rounding everything up. And before that happens, I was like, hey, dog, send me the weed first, bro. Like, you don't kick me out of here. I just told you guys some good news. Like,
got some good intel.
Get a little bud in there for you, right? A little extra, man.
But
sprinkle some of that stuff.
Because that's what they do, though. They go in there, they take the weed, they make them pay fines, or they can't open up again. And you know what I mean? It's like the old muscle, strong arm kind of mafioso kind of bull, you know what I mean? And you don't pay taxes to these certain people who are protecting in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? You're going to...
Dude,
things happen.
Every commodity has gone through that, though. Like even water. I mean, that's what Chinatown's all about. Like the movie with
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about like how whenever
Chinatown?
Chinatown.
I want to see that one.
Oh, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie, but it's all about how water. It's all about how water was being diverted into LA, because LA in the early 1900s didn't have like really dedicated waterways. So there was a lot of backhandling, but when the government wanted a slice of that pie, exact stuff like that happened. You'd have it regulated, but
Pop quiz. The Chinatown's actually a trilogy. Name the 3 trilogies.
Oh,
three movies.
Don't know it.
3 movies. They're all based on the same thing. All actual conspiracies that happen. No.
Chinese,
actual
Chinaman, and Chinatown.
And No. Okay.
You guys are taking me on a terrible journey here, people.
Okay. Chinatown.
Is it Journey to the West?
No, listen. Wow. Okay,
Blazing
Chinatown.
Saddles.
Chinatown.
Blazing Saddles.
Which had to love that movie. Chinatown, which had to do with the water conspiracy.
So
right?
Chinatown.
That's one.
Okay.
The other one, The Two Jakes, which is a sequel to Chinatown. Also Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
He playing Jake,
I've
the same
heard of the
character.
movie. Oh wow. Okay.
And it has to do with the land grab that they did back in the 1960s.
Okay.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Did happen.
Yeah.
And the third one, believe it or not, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
No
which
way.
is
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's because of the monopolizing
Now
and the
who's
destruction
saying
of public
conspiracy
transportation
theory?
You just won me over.
and the four leaf and the four leaf and everything else. They're all basically based on the same guy. Worked on all 3 movies.
Dope.
And it was supposed to be that the original story for Who Framed Roger Rabbit was supposed to be a Jake story from Chinatown, but they didn't decide not to, so they got
Turned it into a cartoon.
They got this old book that was called "Who Killed Roger Rabbit" or something like that, and they actually took the idea, the premise of that movie, but took away the whole plot, the whole story, and took this old script that Chinatown that was never made, and bingo bango, we have Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Angel, please.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I honestly, you blew my mind. I see it.
Now I
now.
gotta watch all 3 movies.
They're all basically the same kind of premise, and they're
Right
all
on.
basically the same story. And
You know the fourth one?
what?
Mad Max.
This was a
Fury, Fury
No.
Road.
Fury Road.
No.
Fury Road.
But that's just a theory.
But
of film. Sorry.
You want to talk about film theories? You know that one? That what's that fucking? It's a train and it can't stop and it keeps going around.
Oh, wait,
Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer. I think I know
love
where you're
that
going. I think
movie.
I know where you're going with this, man. Because
The
I think we
Willy
talked.
Wonka?
Yes.
We talked about this. Remember, guys? I think we had that. Yeah, that Snowpiercer is actually a unofficial sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Ward freezer and it fucking went crazy. That's what they're saying. What happened?
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
And that, yeah.
There's,
And then
we had talked about it.
there's a really well thought out theory behind this. So I'm with that. It's really
the girl,
when you put it
the
together.
guy, they're all there.
Somebody said,
Yeah.
But
I heard this once, that Willy Wonka is purgatory, and when you go into
sounds like
the candy shop, it's all
All
these
their sins.
horrors that like traumatize you and keep putting you through the ringer, because that's how everyone winds up okay at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is that they're going back through purgatory and they have to keep going through these horrible atrocities,
I've
and
seen
it's
that.
all based
I've
off
heard
of
that.
sins and greed and
well, it makes
pride
sense.
and vanity.
Sloth, envy, vanity. They're all there. They're all there.
But
It works for me.
that's intentional. Like the whole
Yeah.
the archittypes of
Yeah.
the different sins, because
Roald Dahl
Yeah.
usually did that.
totally did that on purpose.
He did
But
that
to
all the time.
connect it though to that it's a cycle of purgation is really interesting. I dig that
Yeah.
theory. I like.
I want to watch the new one now and apply that principle, because I don't remember the new one being that great, but maybe it would get a little bit morbid, or
the Tim Burton one.
Yeah,
Charlie, and that one's Charlie. And
Okay, unpopular opinion. Haha, throwback. I loved the Tim Burton movie.
I did too.
Loved it.
I did
and
too.
My favorite song of that is the Mike TV song.
Yeah.
because it sounds just like an Oingo Boingo song, right?
It sounds like Oingo Boingo meets Queen.
It's so.
That's what it sounds like to
That's
me.
a great one, yeah. But I also like the one with Veruca Salt, when she gets thrown into the thing.
Veruca Salt. I
Yeah,
remember that
yeah, that one's cool. And then what about the other one?
one. Beauregard.
Beauregard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I love Beauregard.
I don't have any recollection of the
I
movie
know,
at all.
right?
I seen it the
Trying to
first
think
time.
about it.
Yeah, I
No?
seen it the
I
first
can't
time,
think about
and I was like,
The
and I never
best-
went back and revisited
The
it.
best part is the music.
The music is the best part.
That's the best part of the movie, and
Danny
it's basically Augustus Gloop. Augustus Gloop. It's just the sound and then it's very Oingo Boingo.
It's a great
It's a
soundtrack.
Great soundtrack. It's probably one of my favorite things that
The
Elfman has
only
done as well.
right. The only problem with the movie is that it's way down by the fantastic original movie that you just can't remake. You should never made it. So if you ask
Or
me
call it
point
something
blank,
else, huh?
yeah, exactly. If you
By
can't,
the way, they're making a new one, a prequel
Oh.
with Timothy Chalamet.
I heard that.
And
Yes.
he actually looks the part, so I'm in.
But wait, why not just make a sequel of what happened to the factory?
After he got
Well,
it.
yeah.
they could have done the what was
Snowpiercer.
the glass elevator.
He fucked it up.
There you go.
We brought it back, man. We brought it back.
Hey.
Hey.
No, but I don't know what they're doing, but I'm in because I think Timothy is actually very talented. He's a funny guy. Let's see what
Tim.
happens. Timothy.
My man Tim. Shout out Tim. What's up, Tim?
I don't think
All
they-
right.
Chalamet. I mean, Salamon. What's his name? Charlemagne.
Charlemagne.
Chalamet.
Salamander.
Salamander. Charmander.
Now that's one they need to make.
Yeah.
Live
Pokemon,
action, another.
actually, but it would be pretty cool to see.
They did a Pokemon
That
live action.
Detective Pikachu was
Detective
pretty.
Pikachu.
was pretty.
I liked
pretty
it.
cool.
It was
I liked it for what it was.
You like
I could
Ryan
have done without
Reynolds.
Ryan
Don't
Reynolds.
fucking tell me that shit.
I could have done without Ryan Reynolds, but it worked for me.
It was the premise of it really felt like a Pokemon
It
movie.
was
Yeah,
cool.
it did.
Yeah.
I
didn't-
When
liked
they were-
it. Yeah, man.
I think the scene that made it for me is when they're battling, when he had to be in the ring and he had to battle against the Charmander. He's like, "Hey man, get me out of here!"
Yeah, that was pretty funny. No, it had its moments, and there were little Easter eggs in the background. It was,
Yeah.
it was
Dude, I
good.
had no
Well done.
complaints. I think that movie was just a fun movie. I
Yeah.
took my students to watch it in the middle of the day because they had earned it, and Man, it was a great time.
Yeah,
It was
me and
a-
my kids saw it. My two boys, my older boys. We went to go see it. Had a great time. I
Yeah.
went out and had to buy it on Blu-ray 3D when it came out.
Yeah.
I put it up there with the Chippendale movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like
Oh.
I wasn't expecting
I
it to
didn't
be
see
as
the
good as it was.
Yeah.
Good.
It was good. It was
Love.
really
I
good.
like the character, the cartoon.
You're gonna
thing
love
that
it.
they kept,
You're gonna
you know.
love it because there's enough throwbacks and calls to the TV show. But they make it work in like where it would like make sense in their like world and how they're explaining it. Plus, there's a lot of things that you're not gonna expect to ever be in this movie whatsoever.
I'm just gonna say, Zipper and Gadget. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh.
wow. Yeah, that's
You gotta have Monterey, right?
You gotta see it. You gotta see it.
You gotta see it.
You gotta
That's what
see
you
it,
should do
bro.
for
You gotta see
Halloween.
it.
So-
Monterey Jack.
I
Hey, that's not right.
Like,
Jeez.
for me, I thought the movie was a slam dunk. When I heard about the premise, I was like, great, and I ended up really liking it. But I have like two friends that genuinely don't like the movie. They think it's trash.
Like Clifford?
That just completely blew my
That's because they're
mind.
dead inside. That's okay.
Yeah. Their childhood is dead.
Oh, probably.
You know what?
They need more collectibles in their life.
Sorry,
just
sorry,
about to
Louis.
say,
Sorry, Nicole.
It's probably because they didn't collect enough toys when they were younger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll ask Louis later. I'm like, hey, what toys did you collect? And that'll be the barometer for why he didn't like Chip and Dale.
Baseball cards.
Baseball
That's it,
cards.
bro.
Speaking of collectibles, I see a lot of collectibles around us, but
yeah.
let's talk about collectibles. Do
Yeah.
you? Okay, I'm a huge collector. I have OCD, so I collect a lot of stupid stuff.
I don't collect crap.
You know what I still think about? That Ghostbuster car you gave me a long time ago, but I had to give it back because I knew I was gonna fuck it up. I was like, take it back, bro.
And I lost it.
I should have just kept it.
Yeah. I still have the Votom's box set you gave me. See, there you go.
There you go. There you
Uh-huh.
go. Yeah, I have tons of collectibles that I still have around the house. I'm still mad that my ex kept my Thundercats Cat Slayer. I had it, and I told her
Dude.
I had it in my
for
car,
sale
and my
or-
car had to go to the mechanic. So I told her, "Hey, let's put it in your car and give it to me later." She's like, "Yeah." She kept it in her car, and then like we broke up a month after that,
Got
so
it.
she never
now-
got back to me.
You know what, lady?
She has
it.
She has
I just-
100. I'm sorry. It's about $1,200. I think the last time I looked it up.
I just want to
Yeah.
take a second
Hold on,
and address all.
hold on.
Are you farting?
That hurts.
Oh.
What, the fart or
No,
the?
the $1,200.
Okay,
Okay,
you
hold
know-
on, hold on. I want to address something real quick. I'm putting a pause because I need to address the ladies of the Squid Squad real quick.
Oh God, Squid Squad.
What the heck is that?
Ladies,
What? Weird. Dang.
As you can
ladies,
tell, Ray never
Yeah.
listens to the show.
if
I
you
did.
are going
I'll
to,
tell you the episodes.
ladies, if you are going to take a man's collectibles, not toys, not action
Testicles?
figures, collectibles.
Oh, I thought you said testicles.
If you break up,
Same thing.
please give them back because we know 1,000% it has no value to you because you
Of course
don't
it
care
does.
about that.
It hurts you.
That's it. But
Got 'em.
stop being so petty.
But you know what? You know
Hallelujah.
what?
They're
Hold
women.
on. Let me interject because it's not just the women who do it. It's the other way around as well.
Yeah,
the
there's a
men
bunch of
do it
shit
as
dudes.
well.
men,
Wait, were
yeah.
you dating men? What happened? This
How
happened.
do you know this?
You're going to
Fabio.
deny me, Enrique?
Hey,
Jeez.
hey,
been
out
so
of
long,
prison,
though.
bro. You know how it goes.
Enrique
Prison
said we
rules.
were
With the
dating.
prison stays in prison.
No, I've known a lot of guys that hold on to the women's things as a power trip kind of thing, and they'll be like, whatever it is, just be petty.
That's true.
I'm gonna say I'm glad nobody in my small circle of friends, guy friends, have done that because
I don't know any guys that do that either.
I have
That's some
Or-
bullshit.
Well,
I have
Well, like,
told you.
what kind of stuff would a guy keep?
just like books, movies, stuff like
Their
that.
shoes or
Their
something.
shoes. This is for the shoes.
And
Their shoes,
like
but-
they have their high heels that they went to the wedding with. They're like, no, I need those back. And blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? Some fools will be
If-
like, fuck that, I threw them away or some shit.
But see, there's
while
different.
while they're in their house wearing them, going, "Ain't no gonna do."
The best nipple rubber.
If you're a guy and you keep women's shoes or panties or something like that, you gotta fired.
Yeah, Georgie.
Breaking news. I've got a lead on an investigation that I've been conducting in secret, and I will be back shortly, or however long it may take. I will return, and you will get some shocking news.
Oh, we'll see.
The
We'll
Earth
see. Hopefully,
is indeed flat. I'm still waiting.
He has
I want the
herpes.
proof.
yeah, he's gonna be like,
Crater Earth.
guys,
Crater Earth.
it's round.
We're just
All right,
asking for
Georgie,
one
have a
picture,
good one.
guys.
Peace
Yeah.
out.
All right.
He's leaving. He's walking away.
There he goes. No.
Bye,
no.
George.
Look. There is a horizon. He's.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
He's slowly
Kevin
disappearing
Nash.
beyond the horizon. What do you know?
You
There's
guys,
a curve. The
we are
Earth is
a-holes.
curved.
He fell off the edge.
Oh shit.
He goes to investigate. We take that as an opportunity to smash the flat Earth.
Messed up.
George, we love you, but we hate the flat Earth.
Yeah. Sorry,
All right.
buddy.
Well,
I hate the argument.
it's funny how you say smash the flat earthers, so now he's flat too. He was smashed.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'll stay on the flat Earth side. You guys are pretty.
All right, representation. We got equal
Fuck
representation here.
but let's go back to collectibles real
I
quick.
think I stink.
I have tons of collectibles. I have the most random stuff. Right now I'm doing miniatures because that's a long story. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm doing a lot of miniature stuff that working. I have a working television that's about 2 inches big with an attached Atari. That works. It has 18 games and it has a little joystick and
That's
you can play the games. So it's fucking insane.
Everything looks bigger next to miniatures.
That's why I do. I mean, wait.
I was gonna say, it was something
Sell
familiar.
5.
I own over 1,000 movies. I own over a plethora of fucking
But good movies.
music. No, not necessarily everything's good. I have some really bad movies on there
Like without
on
a
purpose.
paddle.
Bad so good though, right?
no.
Bad that they're really good.
No,
though.
some of them are really crappy. But I have it on purpose. There's a movie that came out in the early 2000s. No, not 99 2000s. Before the whole revigoration of zombie movies. There's a really shitty Z movie called Meat Market,
Oh, I know it.
and I own those. There's 3 of them. I have another movie called Children of the Living Dead with Tom Savini. Does a little
Know that
little
movie too.
things. Oh
Good
wow,
movie.
I'm impressed that you know these movies.
I do.
I have a lot of Z grade movies that I enjoy.
Like horror film ones.
Yeah, horror film, sci-fi, you name it, I have it.
Right.
I also have things where like I have like a small OCD where if I have, let's say for instance I own Jaws, right? I have to have every Jaws.
Yeah.
So I own even like Jaws Revenge, the shitty one, and Jaws 3D. I have to complete the set. I have
that's
so many
OCD.
other stuff.
OCD.
Yeah,
I don't. I just buy what I like, and that's it. Like Lost Boys, I just buy the first one. That's it.
I have all the Lost Boys.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. There's one of them that is actually pretty.
Here's the
fucking
thing
cool.
about
Lost Tribe, the Tribe.
I think that's the one, the surfer one, right?
The surfer one, yeah.
The thing about collecting in general, like, I mean, that's it right there. That's the essence of it. Like what Angel just described. It's like when you like something, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything that's mainstream. It just has to be meaningful to you. Whatever like bone it tickles on your body, that's why you're collecting it. And some of us will be like completionists where we need to have the full set of whatever, or it could just be, you know what, I only want Lost Boys. I don't want the second one because it's crap. So I'm gonna watch the first, and that's cool
Yeah,
too.
I have to.
So
That's the awesome thing about collecting, though, because it's very specialized and it's personal. And so ladies,
Whatever you
please
want.
don't take our collectibles, please.
I was just gonna
Let's
say,
keep 'em.
like, what do you get out of like collecting? Because like, okay, so I was a collector, and then I don't know when it changed.
When you became a cheapskate?
Maybe when no. I stopped feeling the value in collecting. Like I
When
felt
you get
like
a kid, it'll come back.
No, you
That's
know-
what happened to me, bro. I got my son, and now all of a sudden, I'm buying the Ecto 1 again, the Ecto 1 Extreme Ghostbusters version. I'm buying the Ninja Turtle man. All of that shit coming back, bro, just so he can have it later on when he's old enough to
see, and
mess with it,
and I
you know?
get that totally makes
Megazord.
sense because
I never owned one.
there was stuff that like I remember growing up, like man, I really wanted this, and like there was a time. I think I have like Battle Chasers, the entire series.
Oh,
like
wow.
I went to collect the entire thing, and then like I think that might have been the last thing that I like fully collected and had to get it in completion. But I was also like a big DVD buff.
Yeah.
And it would be like, what my thing of collecting was I wanted to be able to like show off to when people came over. But then like after a while, I kind of like started to value the people more than like my stuff, and
You
so.
saw a 40-year-old virgin, you're like, maybe
Yeah.
I should stop.
It could
I'm
have been.
kidding.
You know
I
what?
wouldn't have. I
I'm
would
not-
have had my shit still up there. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
I'm
That's
not
right.
gonna
You
lie.
see that? That's Megazord. That's from 1993, homie. What you got?
This was in 1993. named
I
it and everything.
did.
It was
Mint
like
on card.
94.
I stopped
Second
collecting.
edition.
I stopped collecting when I started working around at the strip club. I was never home. What's the point of having all this
Yeah.
crap in my
There's-
house and I'm never home?
Okay,
You know-
can I interject though?
Sure.
I think you said you stopped collecting when you started working at the strip club. Could it have been because you were like surrounded
Busy.
by very beautiful women who had judging eyes, and you're like, I I don't want to have my nerd.
You know
stuff
what?
around.
As much as I would assume that would have been the case, because that's a very valid and fair point.
I think
You know,
a lot
But
of
you
people
got to come
do
out
that,
straightforward because when I started like that, they knew I had all kinds of shit. I was
No.
all Batman shirt and everything. You know
Agreed.
What I mean?
But I guess I was like at home, and then like people would come over to the house because I had people coming over all the time, and I just stopped showing the stuff that I had. So I was kind of like, it's just taking up space. And then like you look at the box and there's dust on it, and you're just like, why do I have this?
Right.
And I just started feeling like I could apply myself to do other things. And so what I started noticing is my collectibles started to disappear because I was making room. I was cleaning out my life. I was trying to like make room for more productive stuff. And so I just started getting rid of stuff.
As he says with the Scott
That's different.
Hall,
That's
Master
freaking
of the
different.
Universe superstar
You don't say that.
in front of you.
It's freaking Scott Hall, all right? That's the bad,
Now
bad
that's
man.
not cool.
You know what I'm saying? This is
That
cool.
is badass, bro.
I'm not saying collectibles aren't cool.
Let me
Hints.
let me
Hey, yo.
let me back you up on that a little bit. I have how can I say I have dwindled my collecting, not completely, but I have been more selective in what I collect. Not just because I'm running out of space, but because of the fact that now I have 4 kids, I have a family, and I have other priorities in my
Duties.
life. Yeah, other duties. If I had won the lotto, I'd be in trouble because I would get like
Have
a
a
man
whole
cave
room
and fucking have the
full
whole
of
thing.
all-
I would have my own
Me
arcade
too,
room
buddy.
and collect the arcades that I wanted. I would have all that stuff. But right now, as I am, I have given away or sold a lot of my collection, a lot of the other stuff that I've had, and have now decided to be very selective in what I get.
So it sounds to me like the practical side of life is coming more in focus than the the more
Needs and
like
wants.
where the things and the wants that we have, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And so what happens, like, okay, so
That
for
was on
me,
your episode.
I want to say about 10 years ago, I got that itch to start collecting video games again, right? This was right before the big like super. Right now, it's a terrible time to be a game collector because everything is expensive, everything is just really out of
Ridiculous.
What kind of games are you guys talking about though? Because I know the nose, bro. Like there's I bought this modem that has all the PS games, all the most of them.
But those are emulators.
Well, I guess it's an emulator, but he jailbroke it. It's just one modem.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
an emulator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dude, it's
So
fucking
here's-
worth it.
So
I don't
it's
know.
and
it's great.
An
Super Nintendo,
emulator is for
Sega.
those who like to play games. Like
Yeah.
you can play all the games in one place.
Yeah.
But a collector actually wants the
Oh, yeah,
actual
the
card.
actual-
Yeah, the
Yeah, that's
cartridge.
cool.
Cartridge,
You guys
yeah.
can do that. I'm not on the hunt for that.
Yeah, and so
Oh,
I
hell
was.
no, you guys are crazy.
I
man.
got in there like in the beginning. I don't. But like Angel just said, I've completely slowed down. Right.
Certain games-
There's still some times where like I'll go on eBay and I'll look that game up. I'm like, man, I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna see if I can get it lower. And then I do it. It happens and it's great. But
That's
it's
awesome.
rare. But there was a time like 10 years ago, and for about 6 years, up into about 2017, 2016, I really slowed down. But at that time, I remember when I first started, I wanted to get a Game Gear. And that's a handheld Sega,
Yeah.
and I found a lot where it was in a bag. It was the Game Gear, and it had something like 20 Game Gear games. I got it for $80.
Oh my God.
Do you know how much that bag, along with all those games and the accessories, was worth?
Somebody who didn't know
I can sell it
better.
for about between $400 to $500 easy.
For the record, I have a Game Gear somewhere in my collection, and I paid $0 for it.
Yeah.
Remember Ryan from the pharmacy, White Boy Ryan? He lent it to me, and then I kept like, "Oh, I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it." And then like one day he's like, "You know what? Just keep it." And I go, "No, dude. Let's go to my house right now." He's like, "No. I it's a piece of shit. I don't want it." And I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "That's why I lent it to you because I really don't give a shit about it."
So Angel, I lend you my Mario Kart stuff. When are you gonna bring it?
Um,
I'll bring it later. He's doing the air quotes again. Look at there he is doing the air quotes again. I'll bring it later.
This is the next song.
Yes, we're walking into a magical fairyland where I'm
And on
getting
that
myself
Fabio,
back.
Fabio held
Hey.
my guitar for like 5 years.
Hey, I kept harassing you for that one though. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
He showed up at my house on New Year's Eve, and we had like a little drunk fest, and a WWE broke out, and we were all fighting as a joke, like just play fighting,
Yeah.
and it was awesome. It was one of my best favorite memories of New Year's Eve. He had brought his guitar over because we were jamming. He spent the night, and then when I woke up around 10, he had gone, but he left his guitar. So I'm calling him on the phone, telling him, "Hey, dude, you left your guitar." He's like, "Yeah, I'll go get it."
And then I moved.
And then he moved. I'm like, "Hey, dude, your guitar." "Hey, yeah, I'll go get it."
Never saw
5
him
years
for like
passed.
a long time.
Yeah, 5 years passed,
Still
and
got
this
your
fool
guitar.
never got the guitar till I finally like, "Dude, are you gonna get your guitar or what?" So I finally was able to track him down and give him the guitar. I mean, I'm never gonna lose contact with
No,
you.
I know,
It's
I know.
gonna be like
Yeah.
for life.
Yeah,
But
and by the way,
you
I'm
on the other hand,
just joking. By the way,
you
We're
on the other
good.
hand, still have somewhere my Panzer Dragoon Saga You either
No, not
lost it-
Saga. Not Saga.
I swear to God.
No, you never lend me Saga because I just recently purchased it. This was right before the big hike. I bought like loose copies of the game for $300, mind you, just the loose copies. And then I ended up there's this guy named Greg Boyd, I want to say, from I met him on Facebook, and he made me a custom case for Panzer Dragoon Saga. It's beautiful, man. The book, like the book looks just like it, but it's, dude, in color. It's, dude, my repro box is awesome, but the discs are real. Bought that for $300. I never had your Panzer Dragoon Saga.
did.
Nope,
Here,
never, because I didn't play it.
Listen,
Did not
listen.
play it until the
Hold
day
on.
that I
Hold
bought
on.
it.
You have
Promise.
it. You know why I know you have
Promise.
it? Because
You're talking about. I'm
know
going
I
to tell
know
you what
you're
you're
gay?
talking about. You're talking about Panzer Dragoon Sway.
No.
That's the second one. And here's the thing.
no, it's Saga because
No.
I had Saga and I still have my Sway.
Bro,
Here's the
bro,
difference.
It's not Saga.
It's the collectible
You
Saga.
gave, me,
100%.
you gave me 2 CDs to hold on to.
Two STDs.
But it wasn't Saga.
Do you know which 2 I have of yours?
The one that burns.
Radiohead, OK Computer,
Cool.
and Queen's Volume 2 Greatest
Okay.
Hits.
Yeah,
Those
you're
are
a
the
queen.
2 that I got.
That's cool. But I guarantee you, not Saga. That thing, it's always
We're
for me.
ignoring you, Doyle. We're having a conversation over here.
Here's why, because that was always a coveted game for me, the Saga game. I tried buying it when it first came out, but it was very limited. Even then, I wasn't able to get. I wasn't able to get it because I didn't have enough money for it. So when the pre-orders at EB Games, because at the time it was
Boutique.
EB,
EB Boutique.
yeah, I would go to the one in Stonewood Mall in the city of Downey. They ended up selling out of the pre-orders, so it was too late for me when I finally collected. Because remember, at the time it was like $80 or $90, like for the pre-order. Long story short, never got to buy it. Always wanted it, dude. I would salivate looking at for years and years and years, and it was a constant thing. So when I finally did get it, I can show you the eBay listing where I paid it. That was the first time I owned it.
Enrique.
And hold on, the first time I played it.
No.
First time I played it.
I believe
Guarantee
you believe that. I believe you believe that. But that's not what happened.
Sorry, bro. I
But
don't subscribe to fake
it's
news.
perfectly fine.
And alternate facts, bro. I
you
don't do
guys.
that. I do not. Alternate facts
Who's
and fake
CNN
news,
now?
brother.
Tune in next ouch when it's minus Enrique. No, I'm kidding. No, but all kidding aside, have you played the Panzer Dragoon, the Switch version?
Yes.
The remake?
Bought it. Love it. I can't wait till they hopefully get to the Saga and remake that one, because that's the one they need
I
to remake.
hope, yeah, they really do. 'Cause
See,
that is
You guys, like that, ladies. I just want you to. I want to point
Ladies.
out. You see
What
how
about gentlemen,
important.
dude?
Okay, ladies
Guys.
and gentlemen,
Guys.
people,
Squid Squad.
Squid Squad.
Squid Squad,
Squid
people,
Squad.
people. Do you see how important these collectibles are?
Cephalopods.
It is so important that you let people have their stuff because we remember it, right? And that's going back to that whole point of being a collector. I don't know, where do you get the value from your collection? Is it
Everyone,
just-
it's just how the feeling it gives you inside. You know, it's that that not I want to say entitlement that fulfillment of actually scoring that one item that you need in
See,
your.
and that's where my question comes from, because I used to get that, right? But then it was kind of like a dopamine hit where I would feel it for a couple seconds, and then when I got it home and either opened it and got it out of the box and put it on the shelf, then I kind of got over
buyer's
it.
remorse.
Yeah, I would get
yeah.
over it very quick, and then then it got to the point where I was I would see a YouTube video and it'd be some dude doing comic book reviews or movie reviews, and then in the background they got all these
You saw your
collectibles.
toy that you had. You're like, oh shit, I should have kept it.
Well,
And we're like, oh shit, I need to buy it. Where's my eBay app? And
there were a few of those, but then I started to feel like it got cliche. You don't care about comics, bro. What do you have all those Hulks in the background for? You
never read it.
Yeah,
It's just a set.
It's
It's just a set.
literally somebody spent $180
To
and
look
just got
cool.
the set to look cool, to put it on the shelf.
Right.
And I just started to feel the devaluing of collecting. When we were young, we used to have to go to the comic book shops to hunt down those Dragon Ball Z
sure.
videos. You didn't see,
Arcades.
yeah,
or
stuff like
just
that.
Things, yeah.
It-
Do we know this spot has that arcade? We got to go. And you travel blocks just to go play that game over there with $1 in your pocket.
See, that's
That
where
was fun.
I think that's where I used to feel collecting was this grand thing, right?
It is again.
You had
'cause
to
all that
work.
stuff is not
Yeah, you had to
attainable.
work for stuff back in the day. Now you just go online and you just order it. And to me, now collecting is whatever, because
yeah.
anybody can get anything.
That's 100%.
And so it's not anything special for a collector.
It's okay, remember we had a discussion not too long back about Fight Club, and in that discussion, remember what the character tells Tyler Durden somewhere in the middle of the movie, he says, "Man, I had a perfect life. I had
everything.
this pan.
And now it's all
I go,
gone.
and what the exact words that did stick to me is he says, I was almost close to being complete. And that's the unhealthy aspect of it. I think that sometimes we buy things because somehow we think that with each item we're getting a little bit, we're more fulfilled, we're more complete to maybe that childhood that we didn't or did have, or maybe we're more closer to that idea of what we think is perfect. And so maybe that's something to consider when you're collecting. Are you doing it for healthy reasons? Is this really tapping into your memories, or is it holding you back?
He says the things you own end up owning you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, look at him quoting.
From the movie, right? I thought that's what we were doing.
No, that's a great. I love that quote. That's exactly right.
It's true.
It's a great quote.
But everyone
That
has a
stuff
He
collection.
goes, I
was
got
my
insurance.
life.
He goes, I got
Everybody-
insurance. It'll be paid for.
Everyone
That's
has a
where it comes
collection.
from.
Even Tyler Durden had a collection. His collection were
magazines.
peons that went after him. No.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
peons that he actually, his little cult following, he
true.
collected people.
Yeah.
So everyone has a collection. So
That sounds like human trafficking.
That's exactly
Collect
what it
That's what it
was.
was.
people.
That was what it was. No, but I mean, everyone has it. Men, women, animals. Animals have it. They collect
Human
things.
trafficking
into,
is against their will.
You know,
those
it's-
space
look
monkeys
to
were there on that
whispers
porch by their
or-
own will.
I like how you pointed that out because that is true. Women don't understand collectibles, but like they collect,
Oh.
they clean their
Lipsticks,
they,
shades of
they do their
purses,
houses.
Yeah, their
shoes,
makeup.
When a woman,
They're nothing but collectors.
when women decorate a house,
collect men.
They are collect. Wow,
supposed to say, wow, Ray.
that's a good
Really,
one.
Ray?
Yeah,
Really?
I
Tell
know a
you the
couple
truth.
of those.
I worked in a strip club for a very long time.
It's true.
I learned it.
He's not
I learned
wrong.
it in and out.
You guys are.
There were a few collectors of men in that strip club. I'm just.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
they
I
were.
know a few collectors of women too, so
Yeah,
it goes
well,
both ways, buddy.
It's true.
It goes both ways.
That is very
I'm looking
true.
at my brother.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just looking at my brother. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, no, no, not that brother. My real
Brother.
My brother. My like
I'm the
blood.
brother from the other mother.
Yeah, that's different. But it's funny because no, everyone has one, and then it's funny because some people will pee on someone else's collection, like you collect comic books, you're a fucking dork.
Like the Pops.
But they'll say, I
George
collect
loves
pops.
Pops.
I love pops. I
Yeah,
have over
Pops,
300
George
and
has
something. But I stopped collecting because of the same reason. Like I
Takes
said,
up a lot of
after a
room.
while, I had to be selective. I ran out of space. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But it's funny to me how there'll be, like, for instance, a comic book guy will get trashed by a sneakerhead. But sneakerheads are out there spending from
Yeah.
$500 to $1,000 on some
shoes
fucking
that they're only
shoes,
gonna
dude.
wear
On shoes
once.
that they don't wear.
That they don't wear, that they
Right.
have in
Once.
plastic shoe boxes.
All fairness,
And-
some sneakers are dope. Like
No, some
when
sneakers
people
are dope.
when people got like some dope kicks and
You're,
like
you're
you're
gonna
like,
pay
dude,
$500?
No,
No.
I would not.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Dude, I don't
I
pay
pay
more than fucking $80.
$200. That's about as far as I'll go, and that's for Doc Martens. That's it.
I'll second that. For
I
Doc
wear Doc
Martens,
Martens for work,
I'll do
that's
Doc
why.
Martens. I will do that.
I
But
don't have to, but I do.
like I don't really have like expensive or like creative tennis shoes. I kind of like my shoes to be very plain.
I go
but
to I go to
I
Ross.
do respect someone
Ross is
who's
a hookup.
I respect anyone who has a pair of sneakers to match every outfit that they wear
That's a bit
because that's a
much.
dedication I don't got, but I
Dude.
can understand the concept.
That's them though. That's
As a,
what they like
as
to
a
do.
man,
Yeah.
though, as a man, I gotta say, you shouldn't have that. You should have maybe 5 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, less than
A
that.
brown one, tennis shoes, sandals, and maybe something comfortable.
But
to,
But I,
like,
all right,
but,
that's about
you know?
right.
but it's like a
That's about it.
okay. So like that guy who goes to the strip club all the time and that's his thing. He might like really value impressing women, right? And so
he doesn't have to impress them. He has to
Hold
throw
on.
them a couple bucks.
Oh,
There's fools who went in
no.
there who collected the panties.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
okay, but
You
see,
pay
this
them,
is
and they-
this
that's
is
how
what
I
I'm
was
Give
saying.
out their panties.
So
That's
there
wrong.
there are guys who will like have like a burgundy and white pair of tennis shoes that matches that burgundy shirt and that hat that they have, and girls will go, "Oh my god, that's awesome! Like, where'd you get those shoes?"
Is that with a matching pimp hat or?
Hey, I mean, you
You
call it
look
what you want
fly.
to.
If you look fly,
Yeah.
you look fly.
And,
man.
and so
You look fly.
there's
Whoop, whoop.
there's an art to that, and so anyone who's like a sneakerhead, I get it. It's not me, you know, like I'm not into it, but like I get the whole vibe of like why they
That's
might do
fashion
that.
for them, bro.
Yeah.
That they're living in the cultural now fashion
Sure.
world, and you know they're gonna be up to date. So that's like also for the guys who trim their shit and their eyebrows.
But,
and stuff,
you know, like-
it's a new world now.
That's
And it's-
grooming. That's something else.
But
Well,
no,
that's the
no,
same shit. Trying to go, you know, you're looking good. You know, you got your good shirt on. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
but
If
that's
I,
not
what if
collectibles,
I
though.
did
but
it though?
go back a couple of years, and we're talking about like a drug dealer on the corner who doesn't ever really stay in the house because maybe they didn't have AC, they lived in low income housing, and so they were like people who like stood out on the street corner and they wanted to look good. that's where there's a big trend of that came from that.
Yeah, you do
because
your eyebrows.
like when we were talking about like in the 90s doing throwbacks and like street vernacular and street code and stuff like that, that's where that came from. They would match their style because all my money is going to something and I need people to know that I got money, so I'm gonna dress a certain way. I'm gonna dress to match my car because
Like
I
a
have
bird.
that much money.
You want to attract
Like rappers
you
with their
wanna-
gold chains.
Exactly
You want to
That's
throw out
exact-
the hey, the neon sign.
Man, that's crazy. People collect gold chains.
Gold
Yeah,
chains.
look at Mr. T.
That would be awesome. That'd be
So it's the whole Marie Kondo like perspective of like cleaning out your life. I think that is like the antithesis of collecting, because right when you collect, you're filling up your space with the things that matter to you or whatever. But then like the perspective of like a Marie Kondo comes and says, well, does this thing spark joy? Get rid of it. Like living a more minimalistic lifestyle. Have you guys ever stayed like at an Airbnb? Any of you guys?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
now think of like how empty that space is. But sometimes when you initially get there, you're like, wow, this is really nice. And, it's very impersonal, but it's very comfortable. Sometimes you'll stay at a nice house that has a pool and a second story. Either way, you're in the space and you're like, I'm super, super comfortable. But then remember when you go back home and your stuff is there and that feeling you get. I don't know. It's hard for me to like, it's like ineffable. I can't explain it, but all I know is the feeling of it. And when I walk into my house, when I see, like I go to my room and I have those bookshelves of my Berserk comics and I have like my video games, there's like a kind of like a
for
wow, I'm home kind of feel. But there are times when I
comforting,
look at all that stuff and I think like, shit, maybe I should get rid of it. But it only happens every now and then, because usually I'm really happy when I see that stuff, because I know how many years it took me to collect it, how much money it cost me to buy that stuff, and just that it does bring me joy. So it's complicated. I have a very complicated relationship with the stuff that I own. So it's weird.
Throughout the years, I've had many collections of different things, and I become obsessed, and I become very compulsive, and I put my whole heart into it. The problem is because of my condition,
Right.
I tend to be self-destructive. So for sometimes I'll just pull the trigger and destroy my collection and either give it
I
away
do that too sometimes.
or whatever.
Start from scratch sometimes.
Yeah, do you remember the old Bandai Dragon Ball figures?
Oh, hell yeah, yeah.
I have most of them.
The ones that
Actually, I
don't
have
move-
all of them.
The ones that don't move the legs.
Yeah,
Those are the
they're all
first ones.
stiff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I told you I have the Golden Ozaru with
Right,
baby Goku.
And remember I told you
Goten.
I have the Super Saiyan 4 from GT.
Yeah, I have
it
all,
four
I
or
have all
five?
of those.
Four.
I even have Super Android, and I have them all.
Super nice.
I have them all, except for I put them away and I put them. They're actually in a duffel bag because I just like what had happened was I had one of those moments, and I gave my cousin my Frieza and my Cell,
Okay.
and I said, "Fuck this! I'm done with this collection." And it's just collecting dust somewhere. The Voltrons, remember the Voltrons?
Dude, I'm still in the hunt for those. I want
Okay.
those now.
I have them in box. I
Why don't you
don't.
raffle them?
I will
raffle
buy them off you.
No, I'll let you have them. Once I get to my mom's house, remind me. I'll
love
get them. You
you.
can have them.
I love
But
you so much.
now you do, huh? But I
I'm not
always
returning those, by the way.
I always have that habit of
Dave.
trying to destroy things.
Yeah.
I am building. This is what I'm actually working for with the miniatures. I'm actually building a miniaturized working arcade
Cool.
called Dookies.
I've seen some of them on the pictures a few years ago. It was really cool, man. Yeah.
They all work. You
Yeah.
can play them all.
Hey,
I
do you
have
have-
Defenders. I have Spy Hunter.
I have like a
Pac-
miniature Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one.
I have it.
You have them? Okay, I was
have
gonna give that to you.
I have it, and I'm looking for the pinball one. I have almost all of them. There's a few that I'm missing. but
Remind me,
have them all.
I did buy the
that Dance Revolution one.
That's something
no, the
about-
one that has Rastan, and it just recently came out. It's called the Egress 2. Have you
Oh,
seen that?
yeah, I've
Just
seen
got
it,
it.
yeah.
It's at my house, man. I got to bring it next time.
You
'cause
gotta check it out. You gotta check it out.
you
Yeah.
gotta
They're
check it
those
out.
ones. They're like this big, little arcades.
Yeah, those are tiny arcades,
Okay.
and then I have the bigger ones, which are the arcade
I've
classics.
seen those ones too. They're like that big.
Yeah,
right?
they're like pretty decent
But the
size.
other
And then
ones
there's
you're
retro
talking
arcade,
about-
which are a little larger. They're 12 inches. Those are more replicate. They're called. Those are more expensive. I'm not getting into those because that's another scale that I have. But I'm working on the
You're
whole
not
thing.
collecting the 12 inches?
Well, everything
comment.
looks
I was waiting
bigger
for somebody
with
to do
smaller
that.
miniatures around.
I like miniature things that I can stick up my hello. So
He likes
I
the
have that now.
miniatures.
The miniatures that I have.
That's why he
Yeah,
showed us
Joe
that
going up
Yogi.
the big brown cake.
That's the real meaning of Lost Boys.
No, that's the real meaning of our cold open. He was trying to prime us for this story to this moment
I
right
knew it.
here. At some point, he's gonna talk about
I'm
sticking his finger up his
getting there.
butt.
Hold on. Hold
No
on.
lube?
Don't kill it, man. I'm
Chino.
about to announce.
Eddie
Anyways,
Murphy.
well, I have a ton of little toy like action figures. I have a Masters of the Universe He-Man and Skeletor and I think Tila and
Nice.
Battle Cat. Like they're like
Get
half
rid
an
of-
inch.
Are they like
they're
the-
so small.
Get
They
rid
were-
of Tila just for the sake
They're in the
of the new
blister
show.
pack. They're in the
Yeah.
blister pack and everything.
Like the medals, X-Men medals. Remember those little tiny?
no,
medals?
this is an actual action
Wait.
figure.
That's dope, man. That's
Why
cool.
is it
What
called the
figure?
blister pack?
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. My point being is,
Hey, I got that.
my point being is, I have all these things because I am actually going to build a ticket booth for part of the arcade, and these are all the prizes that go into it.
They're
That's
gonna
cool.
Turn around and got Jack, and some fool's gonna walk.
No, I have them all in my bedroom. Put away. This fool, is it you? Is that the fool who's gonna do it?
You gonna invite me?
I ain't inviting you now. I was going to, but
Dude, that sounds great, man. I
Yeah.
can't wait till you build that. And are you gonna like take pictures of it and maybe like nice little lighting just to make it look
Well,
like that
I posted-
80s arcade and
I
stuff?
posted what I had. But yeah, I gotta get the carpet. I'm doing the walls. I'm putting a neon sign
Yeah.
in that.
What about
is
the
it
one
called?
where you
The
throw
O-ray?
the balls into the ring?
I have one.
No
Nice.
way.
I have a skee ball. I have one.
So what
But
do
I'm
you
gonna get
feel
more.
about
yeah,
those?
little one, like about 5 inches. Or so.
How do you feel about those replicate ones? You've seen them, right? Like
Yeah,
Dra-
replicates. I just
Space
spoke about them.
Age
I
and-
think they're wonderful. I think they're
Yeah, you need to whack
they're a
them
lot
up.
of money.
Yeah.
And they're not to scale to what I'm building. So
Right,
that's
yours
why
needs
I'm
to be
not using
smaller,
them.
right?
Mine are 6-inch and 3-inch.
Okay.
The replicates are 12 inches, and I mean
what
they're
I mean.
gorgeous and they're more detailed than
Yeah.
anything else.
I got the Space Ace one
You
coming.
say you're-
Oh, I saw the Space Age.
I can't
they-
wait.
That's
Can't
pretty cool, man.
wait.
They did what was the last one they did? The one before Space Age? What's
They
it
did
called?
Dragon Slayer. My
Dragon
brother
Slayer,
has
they
that
have it,
one,
yeah.
and he has a Street Fighter 2 one.
Street Fighter one, but
Street
the
Fighter 2
removable
Dragon.
one, yeah. So those, but dude,
Double
they're like
Dragon.
we're talking about $200 and stuff
Yeah,
a piece. You know, they're $200.
They're about 150.
I love
Still
I
expensive.
love
As much
their
as a guitar.
their battery packs. I love their battery pack. It's a coin changer.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
That is
And,
cool.
yeah.
Are you gonna get that because
I'm gonna get that.
the aesthetic of what you got going?
that I'm gonna get because it actually matches the size.
right
so
on,
I
man.
can do that.
That sounds great. Yeah,
but I'm getting there.
yeah. Cool. Hey, I'm rooting for you, dude.
You
It
know
sounds
what?
cool.
I mean, like, I think when I see someone's full collection and like they put like value into
Effort.
it, they put, like it's in a display case. It's always impressive. Like, as we're here at Undercity, they have this awesome display case. We'll post on our Discord. But it's like it's this giant display case, and they have like this baby Yoda and these like rogues in there.
Snake Eyes and Timber. By the way,
Yeah,
it's
Timber. It's Timber.
Yeah.
They had this awesome Gambit and Rose like rogue like
Turn in your nerd
statuette.
card.
They got Wolverine and X-23, and dude, just beautiful like sculptures of them. They're great, yeah. Oh, and there's Alice in Wonderland they had in there, and some Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I saw that stuff.
Bunch
Stitch
of
and stuff.
Great prices too, by the way. Sorry, I don't mean I'm shouting out to Undercity on there a little too early, but really great prices.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking of dropping some dollars.
You know what's funny is like anything you really want, they don't sell it. You can't
Yeah,
buy it.
it's
but,
all theirs.
Yeah.
but it's great
Not
to look
for
at.
sale.
It's worth coming down here just to take a look. But anytime you see a case like that, where if you're gonna collect, make sure you put the time into the presentation, because if you got to pull it out of a box that has dirt on it, like how all my stuff was, it just loses its value, and like people need to see that. And so, Angel, when you finish your arcade, I want to come over and knock everything over.
Yeah, me too.
You're more than welcome.
Okay,
Just go, blah, blah, blah.
I'll leave 50 cents, but I want to
Take
treat
my
it like
kid.
a real arcade.
I'll take my kid to go. Godzilla that shit.
All of a sudden, it's in his pocket.
He loves electronics, bro. He'll be right there looking at tinkering things and everything, bro. So,
Smashing it.
not
Smashing.
yet, but he's almost there. He's almost there.
You know what, Jason? You need a kid.
He looked over
Jason?
and laughed.
Bro.
Who's Jason?
Doyle. Sorry.
Wow.
That's cool,
how-
Fabio.
That's how serious I got. That I actually
He
had to
broke
say
the
his name.
fourth wall
He
to
broke
tell
the
me I
fourth
need to
wall.
have children.
No,
you
that's
sound
why I
like my
did it.
mother.
That's why I said it like that, so you can feel like it's a motherly voice.
Okay, you are not worthy for Mjolnir here.
No. It's not funny.
Well,
Yeah.
Nobody said it'd be terrifying. It's great. But
So
it's
you've had a
fucking
kid for how long now?
terrifying. 2 years.
That's a good age, man. 2 years.
They're
They're
terrible
doing some
twos,
awesome
dude.
stuff. It's you know what? But they're doing some great stuff.
That's
It's
why
fun.
I needed that
Oh
beer
no, it's
this
great.
morning.
It's
Yeah.
great. That is cool.
I miss my sixth. Well, he's gonna be 6 now. I miss him.
Man, time flies.
Yeah.
They were saying, this one dude was telling me about his kids. He was saying, how he tries to every day walk to them or walk with them whenever you can, hold their hands and whatnot. And He was all like, because it'll never happen again. You know what I mean? He goes, you only get one time to do that with them.
Yeah.
And after that, they're never going to want to hold your hand or, you know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Things like that. And he goes, so try to get all that in now. and
Yeah,
stuff
all
like
my
that.
kids, except for my 13-year-old, hold my hand.
You know,
And I love it. I love every minute, every cuddle, every hug,
Yeah,
every
exactly.
little, every
You know,
affection.
just to connect
I'm
it to
enjoying
the collecting thing earlier, you said that, you know,
I collect kids.
oh,
My
somebody
kids, my
better
I
check
watched
this
your
guy out.
documentary, buddy. I watched it, and I'm keeping my kids away from you. I know your secrets.
That's
man.
the investigation George went to go do. He's got evidence. You're going to jail, pal.
FBI.
They're working for the.
But,
you're right.
Blue
No,
and red lights are circling the building.
You know what? Like initially, when I was collecting, like I always thought like my older kid like was good, but dude, my older kid has rejected everything that I love, like all the video
Second
game
one.
stuff. I mean, he's a good kid. I love my older kid. But my little one, man, my little one with he's all into the gaming and stuff. So in my mind, I think, okay, well, you know what? This stuff will be for him.
Right.
I'm gonna, but. In what you guys were saying earlier about the hugging and holding hand, dude. Yeah, I live for that stuff with my kid, man.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
because it's fleeting. My older kid, he's like 20 now. I'm not gonna hug him. I mean, I'll pat him on the back and I might be, hey, how's it going, buddy? You know, like, because he's my kid. I love the kid, but at the same
Make him
time,
feel like a man too, so you don't want to be like, holding him.
You know
that's
what?
right. That's right. And so, but my younger one, like when he comes, because he lives in Mexico with his mom, but when he comes over, like, yeah, dude, like I'm
Big old bear hug.
big old bear hug, like, and it's the best, man.
I have mine's 13, my oldest. But I'm still very affectionate. I still cuddle. I still hug him, and I still tell him I love him and all that. And it's because of my upbringing as well. My dad was very affectionate with me. I mean, I lost him at age 18, so I didn't have him for a long time. But even to the end, that was my thing.
Yeah.
And I think as long as I'm alive,
Also, you're the baby.
I'm the baby.
Okay.
but as long as I'm alive, I feel like even if I'm like in my 70s and my kid is 20 something, I will be
gonna
hugging
hug
him
with
to
that.
him. I love him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cherish every hug that I give my kid.
I tell my older kid I love him any chance I can, because my mom and my dad, I mean, they love me. I never doubted that, but they don't say it. Right? They don't say it. And we've never were
That's
the
the
affectionate
toughness.
kind. Yeah, and that was just the upbringing. I mean, my parents were soft with me in different ways, but the one way they weren't was in the affection aspect of it, especially as I got older. And you know what? I'm okay with it now. Like, I get it. I understand it, but I don't want to repeat that with my kids. So if my kid's like in his 20s now, I'm going to tell him I love him. Anytime I talk to him, hey, kiddo, how's it going? Okay, love you. I'll talk to you later, man. And, that's how it goes.
That's how I do with the other ones. It's funny. My 7-year-old, he's very affectionate with me. He's always on me. But he doesn't tell me he loves me. His form of affection is he tells me, "You're poop. I mean it." That's his thing. He calls me the
great,
poopy,
man.
and he's always having. We made him a shirt that has like the little poop emoji, and it says "Your poop, I mean it," because that's his
That's dope,
trademark
man.
saying.
That's
He
cute.
already has a trademark. We don't even have one. He has one already.
Dude.
I love that kid to
We're
death.
Say one more time, your poop. I mean it.
Yeah, your
That's
poop,
adorable.
I mean it. And
Okay,
I says it all
coming
the
to
time.
ouchcast.com on a shirt.
Dude,
You guys need stickers.
he is a very smart, very funny
great,
kid,
man.
and every single time he says that, it makes me laugh. And he'll be sitting there and he'll be like playing his games, and he'll stare at me from the corner of his eye, do that like chicken rooster
Looking at
side view.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he goes, "What, poopy?" Like, what? But that's his affection, and he calls everyone whenever he loves you. He loves you by calling you poop.
That's great.
And
You
that's
know,
good.
and you guys said it, like, people think because I don't have kids, I don't understand.
Oh,
But
no, I know you do.
I work with teenagers,
Oh, yeah.
and I hear this very often, that their parents don't care about what they care about.
Yeah.
And so even
Well, it depends though. What do they care about? Because
Well,
if it's
I get it.
watching YouTube, watching some dude play video games,
But
then yeah,
even as a
not
parent,
into
look,
that shit. Bro.
I still have to be. I still have to be there. I
it's
do.
not
I know
about,
exactly what my kids.
But
like.
my point, that's exactly what my point is. Regardless of how you feel, it's what they feel that matters to them. And when
Yeah.
you just take the time to say, "Son, I don't get it, but I'm here with you, and I'm sitting with
That's
you.
for sure.
Explain it to me."
Yeah.
That's the thing that kids want, that the teenagers are
Yeah,
getting.
just have the ear that they know that their dad or mother's trying to at least
Yeah.
make that bridge.
They
like,
just want you to be there, even if it's not your thing.
They just want
It's-
you to be supportive.
Yeah.
That's all it
Yeah.
is.
I
And
get it.
and it's 100%. Like my kids are obsessed. All of them are obsessed with YouTube. And I'm the generation where I do not like YouTube. I'm sorry, I really don't. There's a lot of stuff up there that I really don't like. And they'll tell me things like, oh, they're into like what's his name?
Jake Paul.
Beast?
No, not Jake Paul. No,
The
no,
Beast,
no.
Mr. Beast.
Mr.
or-
Beast is one of them. My oldest was into him, or
Yeah.
Ninja.
I don't know.
But
none of that
they'll do Roblox. My youngest is into something called Bunzo Bunny, and
Sunny
Mr.
Bunnies. I
No,
know that one.
the Bunzo Bunny, and then Mr. Boyfriend or the Boyfriend or something like that is another one. They are obsessed with that stuff. My
Miss
other son
Rachel.
is Roblox, and he does some stuff online. He does that FGTV and that kind of stuff.
That's
and
cool. I just
and-
couldn't stand somebody watching somebody else play video games. I'm like, what?
They
what
love
are you
that
doing?
stuff. I don't
You know,
get it.
we
can't
had that
do
as
it. I
kids,
don't
though.
know.
Remember the VHS collections that you could buy of Chad, the super gamer. I forget what his name was actually.
I never
and it
enjoyed
was
that.
all like watching him play the games
Yeah.
and giving you tips. I mean,
That's
I,
cool.
I never
Sorta get
I
it.
never enjoyed that.
I sort of get it.
Because those games actually, you needed tips to pass
Yes,
those
sir.
games, bro.
Go-
There was
Ghost and
only like
Goblins,
3
dude.
fucking continues, and you had to go back, so you had to
Ninja
know how
Turtles.
this will do it. How do you do it?
Ninja Turtles NES.
Dude, Ghost
Oh,
and
yeah.
Goblins.
Ghost and
I
Goblins.
won at it though.
It is legendary how hard Ninja Turtles NES is.
One
It's
at it,
even,
too.
even to this day,
Yeah.
people still
I
cannot.
still
By
haven't
the
beat
way,
it.
I just got for the Switch the Cowabunga collection.
I did too.
Oh,
I did
high
too.
five across the room.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
great.
it has all of those.
It does. And did you get
I have all
the
of
special
those,
edition
too.
one?
I'm
I got
playing
the special
Shredder's-
edition,
What's the
bro.
special edition?
I'm playing Shredder's Revenge right now, and it is totally like
That's
I have that
it's
Shredder-
worth it.
I'm buying that one. I haven't bought that one.
I already reserved it.
Yeah.
That's the Cowabunga one, right?
No.
Cowabunga is something
Shredder's
different.
Revenge is kind of it's a throwback to those games where it's a brand new game, but it's made in the style of the arcade version.
Pixelated,
But it's
Turtles in
gorgeous,
Time.
man.
Yeah.
It's a great looking game. Now the Cowabunga collection pretty much has all the original Nintendo games and the Game Boy
Game Boy
games.
games.
Every
It has
game
the
before the
Super
arcade
Shredder's
Nintendo.
collection.
Yeah,
and the Super Nintendo.
and dude for
I had
$40
those
bucks,
ones,
it is a
the
steal.
Supers.
I got the
you paid
special.
$40?
Well,
I
that
paid 30.
oh no, you're right. It is.
$30 is a huge steal.
Right now, I seen it for $39.99 on Amazon.
It went up.
Right now, I have the special edition for it was $140, but it comes in a big box and it comes with a lot of stuff and it's really cool.
I
You
do
can still get
remember
it, by
seeing
the way.
I do remember seeing it, but I thought I want the game.
Yeah,
I'm not really interested
sure.
in the
No,
collector's part.
yeah. No
It's,
judgment.
I mean, like I said, I used to collect. I have the Resident Evil chainsaw controllers for the PlayStation 2 and the
Bro,
GameCube.
Do you have that still?
Yeah, I still have them.
You
I
have,
have
you
a
have the chainsaw,
PS2.
I have both of them. Yeah.
bro. You got, dude. That thing is worth a lot of
I
money.
feel like
Do
we
you have
should-
it in the
Really?
box and everything.
Yeah, both of them in
Dude,
box.
you don't look up the prices on these things.
I have
Alright,
them
So
put
the
away.
Resident Evil chainsaw controller is a very coveted controller.
The GameCube or the PlayStation one?
Both.
I have them both.
Especially the GameCube one, though.
I have both.
The GameCube one is
Well,
the
have
more
some
special
money.
one. Dude, I think right now you can sell it for anywhere between $400 to $800.
Damn.
If you have it depends if you have the box.
It's
if
mint in the
sealed-
box.
dude.
In
dude,
mint condition.
you can
So-
make some money off that, bro.
See,
I'm just
I
putting that out
I understand
there.
this.
Ooh, I know how I'm making my car payment this year.
I know like how you are as a collector now. Like you don't even care about what the intrinsic value is to someone else.
Right.
You care about what the value is to you.
Yeah. I have a Hal Jordan holiday edition that was only available to Mattel employees. There's only I think there was only 300 of these made. They were
Cool.
not released to the
Did you say
general
Montel
audience.
Jordan?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Oh, I thought
Mint
you were
on
talking
card.
about.
You know
The
how
one
much
who
that
brought
figure is
Kamala
worth?
Harris?
How much, man?
$5,000.
Nice, dude. You made a good point about like the value versus what you value of it and how much like people have put a price on it. But those two things are very interchangeable. I can't avoid the intrinsic value of it versus like the monetary
Like-
one, mainly because whenever I want to buy that, I have to confront the fact that I can't afford it. So I know prices of these things because that's just the world it is now. But 10 years ago, it wasn't. I was just like, I'm getting the Sega. I got a bunch of Sega Dreamcast games. I got a bunch of Genesis games. I got the Game Gear games. Long story short, it didn't matter then. Unfortunately, it matters now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Yeah.
Inflation's
And
a
Thanks, Joe
bitch.
Biden.
I was gonna
And
say,
I'm sorry to be the buzzkill,
Don't you
but
say
we're
it.
out of time here.
No, we are not.
Look at the song. Listen to the song.
it's just giving me backbeat. Here I go.
No.
Listen to me now as I tell you this story.
No, so here's thank you for joining us. I'm sorry to cut it short.
No.
but we're out of time. Yeah, I have. Oh God, $1,000.
I just showed him the
I
controller
am
for
selling
GameCube.
that. I am selling that today. Boy, but I have to find a buyer. All right, goddamn. Anyway, so anything to sign off here? Ray, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Enrique, anything to add?
No, man, collecting is a beautiful thing if you love it for the right reasons, but be careful. Don't fall into the money trap.
Oh, Doyle.
George, complete your investigation quick and come and arrest Angel.
Hide your women, hide your children.
Nah.
They raping everybody out here.
I I hate you guys.
Oh, you
I
love
really
it.
hate
You missed
you.
us. Shut up.
The earth is flat.
Is that your poopy and I mean it? That's
That's
how
my
you say
poopy
it?
and I mean it. Yeah.
Hey!
I hate you guys and I mean it. And on that note, remember.
Why haven't the star constellations changed? Tell me. Tell me.
Okay, he's gone crazy. Remember, never make eye contact while eating a banana. Ray, good night, everybody.